Good afternoon, this is BremSter, and today I'm recording another puzzle from March of the Quads. This time I'm recording the Scenic Hike Witch Clown by Skunkworks. This is a quadruple between lines puzzle. I'm recording these puzzles all out of order. I'm just playing around with them, trying to make them work. This is one where we just decided to have some fun. The puzzle was set normally, and then I think we just decided to have some fun with the colouring. And someone said it looks a bit like a clown face, so we made it look like a clown face. I think that's what we did. I don't remember the details. Let's have a look at it, shall we? So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, we have to put the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Digits on a quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. So there must be a 1, a 2, and a 3 in these 4 cells. Around these cells, it might be possible for us to put 2 sevens on this. We just need to put at least 1 7 on this circle. And then digits placed on between lines must be strictly between the digits placed at the end of those lines. So these 3 digits must be strictly between the values in those cells. And this is the same as the case on this line, for example. This line is between these circles, so these digits must be strictly between the digits placed in those circles. That's what we know. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So I can see something happening up here because the 1, 2, and 3 must be in these cells, but you can never put 1 on a between line. And the reason for that, so this is a 1, and the reason you can never put 1 on a between line is because these digits have to be strictly between the digits on the ends of the lines. One digit must be lower than all of the digits on the line, and one digit must be higher than all of the digits on the line. So if we were to put a 1 or a 9 on a line, then one of the circles would have to be lower than the 1 or higher than the 9, and it doesn't work. You can never put 1 or 9 on a line. So that means there is a 2 and a 3 on this line. So there must be a digit lower than 2 on the line. So there must be a 1 at the end of the line, and I cannot put a 1 here. There's already a 1 in the column. That is a 1. And this just has to be higher than 3 without being 4. So this is 5 or higher. But this is a 9. Which means there must be a 7 and 8 on the line, and because 8 is on the line, there must be a digit higher than 8 on one of the circles, and I can't put the 9 there. That is the 9, which puts 9 down here. Well, this 9 means I can't put 9 in any of those cells because it sees all of them, those in the box, that in the column. This is the 9 around that quadruple. This one sees all of those. This is the 1. That's cool. So that's a gimme, and now I need to figure out what's going on from there. Well, 1 and 9 are both in these cells, but 1 and 9 are both in these cells. Right. Well, that's a gimme as well. Where is the 9 in this box? Because I can't put 9 here, because I can't put 9 in those, so 9 becomes up here, because I can't put 9 on the line. Same with 1. 1 and 9 must be up here, because I can't put them down here. So 1 and 9 can't be in or 9 can't be up here, 9 can't be in those cells. So 9 is in one of those two. That 9 is looking across, making that the 9. The same is going to be true for 1. 1 can't be in those, 1 can't be in any of those, 1 can't be there. That is the 1. So 9... is in one of those 4 and one of those 3. It's not quite as powerful. So now I'm needing to get something a bit smarter. So 8 is in one of these. One of these has to be 2 or 8. And the reason for that is, if I put 8 on this line, one of the end of the lines would have to be 9. And it'd have to be there because I can't put it there. So this would become a 9. But 2 has to be in one of these. And if I put 2 on one of these, one of the ends would have to be 1, and I'd have to put the 1 there. But this could be 2, 8, and then I wouldn't need to do either. So this doesn't have to be the 1 or the 9. What are these digits? They're from 2, 3. They can't be 4. They could be 5. 6, they can't be 7. So these are from 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. It's not that helpful, is it? This has to be higher than 5 or higher. This is 5 or higher because it must be higher than 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not 9. So this is 5, 6, 7, or 8. So if 2 is on this line, this is the 1. Oh, there's alternation going along this line. This line has some weird alternation going along it. If this is 9, there'd be at least 2 digits between, this would be 2, but there'd be at least 2 digits, 2 different digits between the 9 and this. So if this is the 9, this is the 5 or the 6. And these would have to be from 8, 7, 6. Which seems to work. I could see also 1 and 9 are in those. But does that do anything? So 1 in this row is here or over... Oh, is here or here. And 9 in this row is here or here. So these can never... Oh! 1, 9, 1, 9. These can never be 1 or 9. So I can never put 2 or 8 on this line. If I put 2 on this line, I'd need to put 1 at one end, and I can't do it. There's no 2 here. If I put 8 at the end of this line, I'd need to put 9 at one end, and I can't do it. There's no 8 here. This is 3, 5, 6. 5, 6 comes out of here. This becomes 7 or 8, which means this can't be a 9. Because if this was a 9, the furthest away this could be is 7, and these would all have to be 8. This is not a 9, which means I can't put 8 on this line, because if I put 8 on this line, I'd need a 9 at one end, and I can't do it, because a 9 here breaks that. So there's no 8 on this line. This is the 8. Now, it doesn't force that to be the 1, but it means that there's no 8 up here. This is the 8. There's a 7 in one of those two. These are 2, 4, 7, and 8. Well, there's no 8 in those. These are 2, 4, and 7. Now, this can't be an 8, because I can't put a 9 on either end of this line. This can't be an 8. And it could be a 2 if that's a 1. There's a 2 in one of those. If this is a 2, this is a 1, and that seems to work. The 4 is what caused all of that to happen. If this is 7, these are both 8. This can't be a 7. If this is 4, these would be from 5, 6, 7, and that does work. Okay. So what are these? They're not 1. They could be 2. They can't be 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 2, 4, 7, and 8 only. Because they can't be 1, they can't be 3, 5, 6, and they can't be 9. Two, 4, 7, and 8 only. And 8 has to be down here. But I can't put 8 on this line ever. Because if I put 8 on any of these lines, I need to put a 9 at the end, and I can't put a 9 at the end of can't put a 9 in either of these. And if I put a 9 here, this line is broken. So this is the 8. And the 1 and 9 are now both in these. So 9 is down in one of those two. But 8 and 8 means this is the 8. Okay. One of these is a 7. But if this is a 7, this would have to be higher than 7, because this is lower than 7, and it can't be. There's no 7 there. This is the 7. This is a 2-4 pair. If this was the 4 and this was the 2, if this is the 4 and this is the 2, this would be a 1, and these would all have to be from 2, 3. This would be 2, and this would be a 2, 3. Which would make this a 2, and everything seems okay. Well, I know 2 is in one of these two. So 2 is actually down here. So 2 is on one of these lines. So this has to be the 1. Because 2 on this quadruple is in here. 2 must be down here by Sudoku. There must be a 1 on the end of one of these lines, and I can't put it in either of those. That is the 1. So these are from 4, 7, 9. 1 isn't in either of these. There is a 1 at the end of one of these lines. This isn't a 1. 1 is now in one of these two. And in this box in one of those... No, 1 is placed. I can't put 1 there. I can't put 1 here. I can't put 1 on the line. I can't put 1 there. That's the 1. Which means this is a 1 in the corner. So this can't go as low as 1. So I can never put a 2 on here. There must be a 4 around this quadruple. Neither of those are 4. There must be a 7 around this quadruple. Neither of those are 7. Two and 7 are both between 1 and 8. If this is a 2, I can't put anything on this line. This is the 4, this is the 2, and these could only be from 2, 3. This is 2, this is a 3. That's really clever. This is the 7, this is the 9, this is the 4. That's really beautiful. These are 5, 6, and 7. There's no 7 in any of those. That's the 7. These are 3, 4, and 9. And there's no 9 there. So these are 1, 2, 5, and 6. And there's no 2 there because 2 has to be around the quadruple. That's really cool. And 2, 5, and 6 are all between 1 and 8. Why did I put 7 there? I don't know why I did that. 6 can't be here. 6 is in one of those three, because 6 here would mean that I can't put 6 on the line. So 6 is in one of those three. 2 is not here. 2 is in one of those two. Oh, one of these ends has to be a 1 or a 2. But, so these are, one of those two has to be a 2. Because one of them has to be lower than 3, and I can't put 1 in either of them. So one of these is a 2, and the other one is a 7, 8, or 9, and I can't put a 9. So those are only from 2, 7, 8. And I don't know, but 2 must be up here now, but one is on the end of one of the lines. So 2 is in one of here. 2 is in here with 3. Okay. What's this quadruple? 2, 3, 5, and 6. 2 is not in those. This is the 2 because of the quadruple. This is a 3, 5, 6. Yep, okay. I haven't used these 3s and 7s well, or at all. Three is in one of those two. Oh, where's 3? This 3 knocks 3 out of there, and 3 can't go there. This is actually a 3. 7 can't go in any of those two. So 7 is in one of those two. But this is a 3. This can't go down. There's no 3 here. So 3 is in one of those two. 3 is right here because the 3 I've already got in column 7. Right. These are 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeehaw. But these have to go up. So this is a maximum of 8, but the minimum here is 4, 5, 6. So these are from 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is a 7 or an 8, and it can't be a 7. This is an 8. And these are from 4, 5, 6, 7. The 2 and the 3 in this row can't be here now because these are 2 and 3, and they can't be here. This is the 2, 3. That's cool. This is 4, 5, 6, or 7, and I don't see any restriction on that at all. But it does make this a 2, which puts a 2 in one of those two. Because remember, I can't put 2 down here because one of these two has to be a 2. This is not a 3. This quadruple, 4, 5, 6, and 7 again. This is at least 5, if that's a 4. This can't be a 7. So these are 4, 5, 6, 7. But if this was a 7, this would have to be an 8 or a 9, and it can't be. That can't be a 7, because 7 has to be on the quadruple. 7 is in one of those two, that's fine. This couldn't be a 7 because of the 7 looking at it, which would have been a smarter way of doing it. This line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are only from 1, 7, 8, 9, because if I put a 1 at one end and I put the minimum on it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the other end has to be 7. So they're only from 1, 7, 8, 9. There's no 7 or 9 there. So this is, oh, this is the one, because it can't be 7, 8, or 9. So this is a 7, 8, or 9. That means this isn't the one, this is the one, and I think I've got all the ones now. Party! If this is a 7, this is an 8, 9. And it can't be. If this is a 7, this would be 2 to 6, and this would be 8, 9, and that doesn't work. So this isn't a 7. 8 is in one of these 3. So if this is if there's an 8 in one of these two, that's a 9. If there's an 8 here, then there's a 9 in there. No 4 here. Five, 6, 7. Where's the 9 in this column? It's not in any of those. It's not in either of those. It's not in any of those. That is a 9. Right. And there is an 8 on this line. Okay. That does make that the 9, by the way. Oh, I could have got that by that 9 looking up and that being a 1, and that would have done all of it. There is a 7 on this line, because this can't be a 7. This is a 4, 5, 6. So the 7 looking up. 7 on this line. So there's no 7 there. That's the 7. These are 4, 5, 6. That is a 4, 5, 6 triple. So these are 2, 7, 8. Without that being a 2 because of the quadruple. But 1, 2, 3, this is a 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 4. I found a 4. It must be a 4 in one of those two now. These 3s and 7s. 7 is in one of those two. Eight is in one of those two. The 4 is taking 4 out of those. 4 is in one of those two. One of these is a 2. That's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 2. If that's a 2, then I have possibilities. Okay. This has to be at least 5. 5, 6, 7 is all this can be, because it can't be 8 or 9. Seven is in one of those two. It's got to be something with those 3s and 7s. Oh, this isn't a 7. So 7 is right here, because I can't put it in either of those two, and that one says not there. That's a 7, which puts 7 in one of those two. This 7 is saying there's no 7 there. There's a 7 in one of those two. Have I got anything more on the 3s? The 7 is making that the 8, taking 8 out of those. But 7 is in one of those two. That's the 2, that's the 7, which means this is the 2. Which means this isn't the 2, this is the 2, looking up, making that the 3 and that the 2. Ha-ha! The 3 is taking 3 out of there. Three, 5, 6. I need to put an 8 in one of those. There's an 8 in one of those two. Ah, no, there's no 8 there. That is the 8. 6 is in one of those two, taking 6 out of there. And 6... Oh, that 8 takes 8 out of there. That's the 8. That's the 7. This is now 2, 3, 4, because I have to put a 3 in here, and 2 and 4 are forced in there. There's no 2 there. There's no 4 there. That is the forced disposition of the 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5 and 6. This is 3, 5, or 6. The 7 is taking 7 out of there, making that the 7. This is very clever. I like it. There's still this, which is unresolved. Like if this is a 6, that's a 7. Oh, that is a 7. And now it is resolved. There's no 8 there. That's the 8. And this is 4, 5, 6. Okay. The 2 is making this the 3, which makes that the 4, that the 2. The 3 is looking across, making that the 5, and I can take 5 out of those. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 go in, which means this isn't the 6. The 9 is looking down, making that the 6 and that the 9. This isn't the 6. This is a 5. This is a 6. The 5 looks up making this the 4, and I can take 4 out of both of those. The 4 looks across saying that's not the 4, that's the 4. Taking 4 out of there, 4 is in one of those two. That 4 says not there, that's the 4. The 3 takes 3 out of there, which makes that the 3. The 4 and the 9 look down, making that the 3, taking 3 out of there. This is a 4, 9, but the 9 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 9. This is a 3 or a 5. Four and 9. 3 is not between 4 and 9. That's the 6. That's the 3, which makes that the 5 and that the 3. The 5 makes that the 6, which makes that the 5, which looks up making that the 6 and that the 5, which makes that the 6 and that the 5, which makes that the 6 and that the 5, which looks down making that the 6 and that the 5, and this 5 looks down making that the 6 and that the 5. And that is Witch Clown from March of the Quads. That was really cool. I like that one. That was very, very cool. That was a lot of fun. Love that one. Hope you're enjoying the pack and the puzzles and everything that we bring you. I'm hoping to get these out before Christmas. I'm still recording in September, but there's a lot to record in order for me to get these out. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. We'll see how it all goes. But yeah, we'll just see how it all goes. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.